Okay, guys. Look, proud of the way our team fought and competed today. We did a lot of good things. Obviously, there's some things we got to get cleaned up. I think that's a good football team that we played. But I thought our guys responded to, call it the mini buy or whatever, and came back and we did some good things. So it was a good team win.
Dennis, overall, how excited or how happy are you about just the way the offense played?
Yeah, real excited, real happy about it. I've been saying, that I felt like we were close and we were doing some good things. I think it's the third time since 2018 that, Saints offense has had 3 games of over 400 yards, So there's been good things that we've done. We just hadn't been able to capitalize on all those things. Obviously, we were much better in the red zone, in this game. And that, when you're scoring touchdowns in the red area instead of kicking field goals, that, usually puts your points up there a lot more. So thought we had some good explosive plays. I thought we ran the ball effectively. So there was a lot of things to like with what we did offensively. And yet I think there were still some plays out there. So, there's always things that you can get better at. It's not a real big secret, when you freaking block them, and you hit the right hole, then usually it's effective. And if you don't block them, then it's usually not very effective. So I thought we did a better job of blocking them down there today.
How big of a boost is Taysom getting down there, though, in that area?
Yeah, look, he's been highly effective for us. That package down there has been effective for us, and so we got to get into that position a lot more often, and then I think we'll utilize that package as we see fit. I thought he ran the offense well. I thought there was a lot of really good things that he did. I thought there was a mix of huddle, tempo, a lot of different things that we incorporated into the offense. I thought, Pete and those guys on the offensive staff, I thought they did a hell of a job putting together a great plan. I thought our players went out and executed it. And that's really, kind of the secret to having success is put together a good plan and guys go out and execute that plan.
You seem to get rid of the ball quicker today. Did you feel that? Did you feel more comfortable to you?
Yeah, look, I thought he did a good job of reading some things out and getting the ball out to the right people. I know we're going to look back at the tape and there's going to be a few plays where we'd love to have it back, but I thought overall, what I thought about our offense, I felt like there was a rhythm to what we were doing offensively, and that was good to see.
Thanks. Can you elaborate a little on this you guys were dealing with this week? I was surprised it might pop up on Saturday night.
Yeah, look, it's no fun. It's just it's a GI bug that's kind of been going through the group a little bit. We had a few players that kind of popped up with it over the last, call it 24 hours. So hopefully it kind of runs its course. It's about kind of a 12 to 24 hour, where you don't feel very good for a little while and then you kind of get back to normal. So. Yeah, look, the biggest thing, with Marcus is that he really wasn't able to practice this week. So, and I think that's the great thing about having, some depth in our secondary is that we feel confident that guys can step in there and play and perform at an acceptable level. So, I'll look at the tape and kind of determine exactly how well, he did. I know there's a few plays that, didn't sit well with me, but I think overall he did a pretty nice job.
Dennis, did you guys actually play it sick today?
Yes. I couldn't tell you exactly what the number, but there was a handful of guys that, weren't feeling great.
What's the biggest area of growth you've used been able to, I guess, make to develop into a more all-around receiver this year?
Well, I don't think we're there yet. I think there's still a lot of meat left on the bone in terms of what we need to be able to do and what he can do. Obviously, his explosiveness down the field is probably his biggest trait, and his ability to like I can think in the last few weeks, Houston being one, the play today, where he goes and makes a play on the football and high points the ball. So there's some of that I'm seeing that I really like. I think it's all the little bitty intricacies and the little bitty details that he's still got to improve on. But his speed and explosiveness makes him really difficult to cover.
How different is that? I mean, you've got like 640 or more this year. It's like 630.
Yeah, I would think so. I couldn't tell you who the players are in our league, but I bet you it's a small number. And I bet there's a lot of recognizable names in terms of guys that have that many 40-plus yard receptions. So, and look, not only does that benefit us, being able to get the ball to him down the field, but it opens up a lot of other things in the passing game when you got a guy that has that type of threat. Yeah, that was huge. That was huge. And so it was one that went our way, which was good to see. I don't know that I stood up here and said that very often, so it was good to get one.
Dennis, did Derek Carr and this offense need a game like this?
I think we all needed a game like this. I mean, there's been a lot of talk about the offense, but like we needed to win, and we got one. We got one as a team, and so, there was a lot to like. There were some things that weren't, up to our standard, and so. Look, we're going to enjoy this, and then we got to get back to work, and we got another, big game this week against Chicago coming into our place.
Since you guys have done this a couple times now, kind of tight game, fourth quarter, big third down play, going for, push out, big vertical play to the field.
Well, look, I mean, I think it was 3rd and 13 on that particular play, so it was going to take something down the field. We got a one-on-one matchup with Shaheed, and, we took the one-on-one matchup. Shaheed won.
You talked earlier this week about sort of culling the number of plays for certain situations and simplifying the offense. Kind of speak to how many impact that might have had on the.
Well, look, I mean, I would just say that I felt like our guys were much more on point with the execution of the plan, this week. And so, it just stands to reason that, if you have 25 plays instead of 50 plays, it's a lot easier to be on point with all the little bit details that go along with each play. So, yeah, I thought that was part of the success.
When did you, guess, how did that kind of come about?
Well, probably initially when Adam Prentice went down, and so then you start looking at, okay, who on your team, can kind of fill that role in certain situations. And look, he thinks he's a running back anyway, so we put him in there and make him feel like he's a running back, and then we don't give him the ball. We make him go block somebody. So, but it was, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the inspiration for why we put him back there.
I don't know if you can say, but is there a nickname for that package or anything like that?
No, there's not a nickname for that package. It's, just a normal goal line package.
Chris had a rough moment. It seemed like he bounced back pretty well there. What would you say about where he is right now?
Yeah, look, I think he's in a good spot. I mean, there's ups and downs with young players. I'm not worried about Chris Olave. I think he's going to be a big part of, what we're able to do, hopefully successfully as we go down the stretch here. So he's going to be a big part of our offense. And look, he made some big plays for us today.
The drop pass that looked like it was supposed to be a touchdown, did y'all get to connect with that? Was it just a loss in the lights?
Yeah, he just lost the ball there. I mean, he ran a hell of a route, and then just kind of couldn't find the ball coming out of it.
After this week, this week you had a lot of discussion, players meeting with each other and stuff like. As a head coach, is that initiated by you, or players kind of getting together on offense? And how they respond.
Well, look, I'd say there's probably a combination. There were some conversations that obviously I initiated. There was obviously conversations that were initiated, amongst the players, you know, I think we got a pretty veteran group, and they know that, you know, there's a standard that we hold ourselves to, and we hadn't been playing to that standard. So we went to work to try to fix it. You guys good? All right, that's all I got.